Hello and welcome to Daybreak English. Today I'm going to look at some more everyday British words and expressions. Hi, my name's Dawn. How are you doing today? Have you ever had a conversation with a British person and thought, that sounds a lot like English, but not the English I was taught at school? Well, today I'm talking again about everyday British words and expressions that you need to know so that you can understand and speak to British people. This is especially important if you live in the UK or are planning to move here. I've also made other videos about this subject, so if you haven't seen them yet, you can find them here. So, here are 8 more very British words and expressions. Before we start, I should just mention Cockney rhyming slang. You may have heard of it, but I will explain it again in case you haven't. What happens is people replace a word or a phrase with another phrase that rhymes with it, but has absolutely nothing to do with it. I don't really get why they do it, and I don't know how it came about, but we have to live with it, so you need to know it. Anyway, the first expression we're going to look at today is butchers or butcher's hook. It's Cockney rhyming slang for look. It's just been shortened, as they do with Cockney rhyming slang, to the first word in the phrase. Having a butcher's is the same as having a look at something. Most commonly, we would use take a butcher's or have a butcher's. For example, would you take a butcher's at this broken bike for me? Number 2 is wind up. This is when you make someone tense or irritated in the same way you wind up a jack-in-the-box before it pops. You know, some people just know exactly what to say or do to get you really annoyed or even angry. And they just keep going and going and going until you get to the point that you've had enough and just explode. Brothers and sisters are very good at this. Here are some examples. I don't know why you always let her comments wind you up. My husband is really good at winding me up. Number 3, shambles. This is a word for a disorganized mess or chaotic environment. This expression comes from way back in the old days, when the meat market was referred to as a shambles. So just imagine the noise and mess that must have been in a medieval meat market. That might give you an idea of what we're talking about. What's happened here? This room is a shambles. I often say that to my children. Number 4, cost a bomb. We use this expression to describe something that is very expensive. This sofa cost a bomb, but it was so worth it. It's so comfortable. We often, but not always, put an object pronoun after cost. So cost you a bomb, cost me a bomb, cost her or him a bomb, cost them a bomb. Those shoes must have cost you a bomb. Number 5, knickers. It's a slang word for underpants. You might have known that already, but there is an expression I wanted to share with you, which is, don't get your knickers in a twist. Meaning, don't get so upset or stressed out. Don't get your knickers in a twist. We have plenty of time. On the subject of underwear, we can also use the word pants to describe anything that you disagree with or don't believe. You think it's a load of rubbish. This expression, pants, is always in the plural form, but with a singular be verb. I know, that's a bit strange, but it's just the way the expression works. If you said, "Those are pants," with perfectly correct grammar, people would think you were actually talking about a pair of underpants. Okay, an example. Here's a statement. Manchester United are the best football team in the world. Some people might think that's perfectly true, but others might say, "Oh, that's pants." Next we have take the biscuit. If someone or something takes the biscuit, they represent the most extreme example of something that is stupid or bad or maybe even both. There is another expression, take the cake, which is older and more common in North America and means the same thing. You might have heard that one. I believe that take the cake comes from when a cake used to be awarded as a prize in a competition. So it's like saying that you win the prize for the worst or stupidest thing that you could possibly have said or done. It's usually hyperbole, an exaggeration. Someone just wrecked my car and didn't even leave a note. That really takes the biscuit. Which brings me to the last one, which is a similar sounding expression. Take the mick or take the mickey. Teasing, joking around with someone. The original expression is a bit rude, so people say this, take the mick instead. It means the same thing. Don't worry, George. He's only taking the mick. The person who is the butt of the joke is the person that the joke is about, or the person that is being teased. We can use out of and an object pronoun or proper noun to show who is the butt of the joke. So it's take the mick out of someone. In our example that I just talked about, someone is taking the mick out of George. Another example. My son was taking the mick out of me when he pretended to lose my car keys. Okay, so now I'm going to put all of that into a story to help you to hear the expressions in context. So recently, I was invited to a big event. My friend's parents had their golden wedding anniversary. They'd been married for 50 years. And Jenny, that's my friend, arranged a party for them. She had spent weeks organizing the event, and it cost her a bomb for the hotel function room. So, we were traveling there in a taxi on the night of the party when suddenly the taxi stopped. The taxi driver said the car had broken down. At first, we laughed because we thought he was taking the mick. But he wasn't. Jenny was so upset. And then everything the taxi driver said to try and calm her down just wound her up more and more. I told her, "Don't get your knickers in a twist. The breakdown service will be here soon." When the AA man finally arrived, he said, "Let's take a butcher's at this here taxi." He had it up and running in no time. Eventually, we arrived at the party, but there was a problem. The hotel had double booked the room, and there were people from 2 different parties sharing the one room. It was a total shambles. People were everywhere. Jenny said, This really takes the biscuit. The hotel manager tried to tell Jenny that she had made the mistake. That's pants, she said. I booked this room weeks ago. In the end, it worked out well. The manager gave Jenny a big discount on the room hire. And Jenny's parents were given a one-night stay at the hotel for free. We also met lots of lovely people from the other party. So, all's well that ends well, I say. Did you hear that phrase right at the end? All's well that ends well? It means that even if something bad happens, if it has a happy ending, then it's all good. Okay, well, that's all for today. I hope you found it helpful. Wherever you are, have a good one. See you next time. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like. Remember to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Why not check out this video? See you again soon. Bye.